I just wanted to talk about the S&P 500 very quickly and just make the point that the chart tells a story and you have to listen to the story and watch the story unfold. And things, for the most part, things happen for a reason. So I made the mistake in the past few weeks of getting a Twitter account, an X account, and getting on, stock market Twitter or whatever. And the people are freaking out on there, and I'm looking at my S&P chart and I'm just like, look at this thing straight up. So, you have a couple of red days and these people are screaming it's the end of the world, and like, the stock market's a scam. Whoever they follow that's calling out picks, they are like, sending death threats to them, just the craziest stuff. And I'm looking at the S&P 500. This is the daily chart. They're screaming bear market. You're picking a top. However, if you look at the weekly chart, we are due to test the this is the 21 bar EMA. I mean, we're due to test that, and that's 65.45. That's off my screen. You can't see it. 65.45. Then we got the monthly chart, and I've been looking at this bull channel for, several months. Potential resistance here. Since April, we bounced here, so you just drag the level of support up here to resistance, and voila. So this is November. This bar could very easily rocket up, but the more likely event is that we bounce off resistance and go to support. And I don't think, I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think we're going straight down to support. I think we're going to go sideways, and maybe sideways and down for several months. Um, that's the more likely event. So, you got to watch the chart. You got to understand the broader market, the S&P, the Nasdaq, all these things. Because look at this daily chart. This is textbook picking a top. If you are screaming bloody murder, we haven't even had consecutive strong bear bars on the daily chart since, I mean, if you want to argue over here, you could say September 23rd, if you want to argue that. But I mean, those bars seem very standard. And it looks like since October 10th, we've had what looks to me like some increased volatility, higher volume days. But let's look at before that. This is what I would say was the last time we had two strong consecutive bear bars. That's all the way back on August 1st, July 31st to August 1st. So, it doesn't look like today's even going to close bearish. So the 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 quest continues for two strong bear days in a row since August. Look at that. Before August, oh, this is just funny. This is hilarious. That is that's it. So since April, we have had one instance of strong consecutive bear closes, and people are just picking tops up here. It's crazy. It's unreal. And I'm guilty like that. I haven't managed my portfolio the way I should have in all this, but it's just very it's still like these people picking tops. And like I said, what I believe is I think we're going to test 65 uh 65.50, around 65.50. That's what I think, and I think that's going to happen soon. But um you know it's just we're not we're not in a bear market. So just keep that in mind. This video is probably longer than it needed to be, but keep that in mind in the coming weeks. You want to be watching this S&P 500 daily chart, weekly chart, to get a better feel for the overall market.